Hello everybody, it's Jessica here again. It's been a little bit since we posted a psalm, and we're continuing on in the journey through the Psalms with Jess, and we are stopping at Psalm 51. And I will read the psalm, and then I will give a reflection and share with you a little bit of the story behind why I wrote this song. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions. Wash away all my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressors, and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only have I sinned, and done what is evil in your sight, so that you are proved right when you speak and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. You teach me wisdom in the inmost place. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness, and let the bones that you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquity. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, and sinners will turn back to you. Save me from blood guilt, O God, the God who saves me. And my tongue will sing of your righteousness. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth will declare your praise. You do not delight in sacrifice, or I would bring it. You do not take pleasure in burnt offerings. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit. A broken and contrite spirit, O God, you will not despise. In your good pleasure make Zion prosper. Build up the walls of Jerusalem, then there will be righteous sacrifices, whole burnt offerings to delight you. Then bulls will be offered on your altar. It's not a overly comforting song, but for me, it is, and I'll explain why. I could give you a really cool theological sort of spiel right now, but I'm going to get real and be honest. Sometimes the feeling of being unclean, unpure, and needing the Lord to clean us up and make us whiter than snow, sometimes that's not our sin. Sometimes that's the sin of other people against us, and then we have to live with it. This song comes from a place where I had a real sense of shame, not only, but as well I had this sense of not being able to get clean. And every morning for years I wake up and feel like I just couldn't get clean, and I didn't know if it was because of my history. I know that's a part of it, but also because of my own beliefs about myself and my own shame. And what I love about this psalm is that David, he's been caught in sin, and he had an affair with Bathsheba and had her husband killed, and he got her pregnant, and then they lost the child, and that's the story behind this psalm. And so he's crying out to the Lord and asking him, to create in him a clean heart and renew a right spirit, restore to him his salvation. Don't take your Holy Spirit from me, because a broken and contrite heart is like better than a sacrifice to God. And I sang this song many times, offering my broken and contrite heart to the Lord, knowing that it was the greatest sacrifice that I could give him. And so this song is kind of like a plea to the Lord to not only forgive me of my sin and the things that make me less than, because we all struggle, all of us, we all, that's why I need Jesus, but because this is pre-Jesus, and I so love the Psalms, I really had to make a song sort of declaring that a broken spirit That's the greatest thing that we can offer the Lord sometimes, because it brings us to our knees, and it helps us to call out to him and say, look, I can't do this myself, and I can't make myself clean. I can't make myself feel clean. I can't make myself, restore myself. I can't do any of those things. So I call on the Lord, and that's what David did. And so I'm going to share this song with you. I got the song sort of stuck in behind here. So I'm just going to slide that over. I don't need the words, it's all in my head, but it's probably a lot better for me to do it, have the words here instead of in behind my iPad. So I think I'm recording. So this song is called Broken Spirit. And I hope that it ministers to you in some way. If you've ever felt like you can't, if the Lord's crushed your bones, and your prayer is that he would just let them rejoice because you're tired of, your unclean heart, and you want a right spirit renewed in you. I don't know where you're at today, but that's kind of the place I was in when I wrote it, so please enjoy. Have mercy on me, God. favorite songs. One of my favorite from the depths of my soul pit songs, where I have sung from the darkest, thickest mud and known that up there's a God who washes me whiter than snow. And though he's let my bones crush my bones, sometimes it feels like, he's also the one who lets them rejoice. So be encouraged today, as heavy as that message is, to know that no matter how broken you find yourself today, no matter how in the trenches of life and the new situation and the struggles and all that, no matter how broken your spirit is today, know that that's the greatest sacrifice you can ever offer the Lord. He will hear you. So bless you today, and thank you again for joining me on the journey through the Psalms with Jess. And next time, stay tuned, we will be doing Psalm 55. So have a great day.